winning 4 national championships between them. Tom Lang stepped in, launched his Connecticut career with 2 consecutive NCAA titles in 1998 and 1999, and went on to win 307 games for the Owls over 25 years. With his 2 national titles, Southern has more Division II championships than any other school. Overall, he won an amazing 425 collegiate games as head coach at Southern, Hofstra, Fairleigh Dickinson, and Adelphi men and women. Men? Men and women, yeah. He was also a fantastic player, playing professionally in the North American Soccer League for the New York Cosmos, Atlanta Chiefs, and Colorado Caribous, and was a 3-year captain and 1974 Division II national champion at Adelphi University. After a lifetime dedicated to soccer and leading Southern Connecticut years of success, he's being honored here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, please welcome Tom Lang.
Thank you, Bill. When Bill told me I was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and that I had to give a speech, I asked him how long I had. He said, "We have about 10 minutes max." And I said, well, Andre Blake's not getting inducted. I'm going to take his 10 minutes along as well. So please bear with me. First, a little concession to my age. First, I'd like to offer my congratulations to my fellow inductees. It's an absolute honor and privilege for me to be going into the Hall of Fame alongside all of you as part of the class of 2025. I'd like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for selecting me. To have my name enshrined alongside some of the great names in Connecticut soccer history is something I'm truly thankful for. It's a little nerve-wracking of experience being up here, but as I look out in the audience, I'm comforted by the fact that I see so many friends and people who have been an important part of my life, both on and off the field. I wish I could acknowledge you all individually here tonight, but time constraints and Bill prevent me from doing so. But you being here, sharing this moment with me, means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. I'm being recognized primarily for my achievements at Southern Connecticut. But I wouldn't have had the opportunity to coach at Southern Connecticut, or anywhere else for that matter, if it wasn't for one man who's here with me tonight, Bob Montgomery. For those of you who don't know Bob, he's the former head coach at Adelphi University on Long Island. He then transitioned to the professional level where he became the very first academy director for the New York Red Bulls of Major League Soccer. Bob and I have been friends for over 50 years. We were teammates together in the early 70s at Adelphi. And when he had the opportunity to become the head soccer coach at Adelphi in 1978, he asked me, despite having no previous coaching experience, to come and join him as his assistant. And for that, Bob, thank you. The opportunity Bob presented to me allowed me to embark on a coaching journey that has been part of 6 different decades, from the 70s up to the 2020s. And if you're sitting there counting, I did the math, it's 6 different decades. During that time, I've had some wonderful teams that have won conference championships, participated in NCAA tournaments, gone to Final Fours, won national championships. And any personal accomplishments that I've received along the way, or any team accomplishments, can come down to two basic things. Number one is great players. And number two, outstanding assistant coaches. And at every one of my coaching stops in my career, I've been fortunate to have both. So I'm thankful to all my former players, to all my former assistant coaches, for all that you have done to make me look good. I stand here tonight getting inducted into this Hall of Fame on the backs of your hard work. I have some family with me here this evening. My mother, Ina, my son-in-law, Ryan, and the two greatest achievements in my life, my daughters, Megan and Kelly. I thank you for your love and support. As mentioned previously this evening, when you get into our profession in coaching, or any profession where you are pursuing a passion, it takes a toll on a family. They oftentimes don't understand why you're not around for 20 some odd Thanksgivings in a row, for missing family events, birthdays, school events. And as I mentioned, that can be really difficult. But I've been fortunate to have with me every step of the way for those 45 years, my wife, Doreen, she's the one who kept the family together. She supported me and allowed me to pursue my passion. She's been there for me through all the wins, the losses, the triumphs, and sometimes the tragedies. I wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for her, and I gladly share this honor of going into the Hall of Fame with you. Thank you. This evening, March 1st, is an important date for me. It marks not only me being inducted in the Hall of Fame this evening, but it also marks 2 years to the day since I retired from Southern Connecticut. And just prior to my retirement, I had an opportunity to be interviewed for Southern's alumni magazine. And the person conducting the interview was kindly asking me to reflect and look back on my career. And they asked me what my greatest soccer moment was in my career. And I think I surprised them a little bit because I mentioned to them that my greatest soccer moment happened when I was a player, and it occurred in practice. And so they kind of looked at me a little strange and asked me to expand upon it a little bit. And I know that there are some of you here tonight that have heard this story before, but in closing, I'd like to share it with the rest of you. After I'd finished up at Adelphi playing, I was fortunate enough to get drafted in the old North American Soccer League by the New York Cosmos. And the Cosmos at that time had a large squad. There was a group of international players who comprised mostly the first team, and then a bunch of young draft choices such as myself and guys looking to make it as a pro, as part of the second team. And generally, the two groups, we kind of kept separate from each other. They kind of did their thing, we would do our thing, because I was on the second team, obviously. So one day, the coach of the Cosmos at that time was halfway through the season, a gentleman by the name of Gordon Bradley. He decided he was going to play in training first team against the second team. And Cosmos had just acquired from Toronto at that time the captain of the Canadian national team, a guy by the name of Bob Fiorucci. And they brought him in to play left fullback for the first team. So the incumbent left fullback for the first team was a gentleman by the name of Rildo. So they moved Rildo down to the second team to play left fullback, which was generally my position. So I was now moved off to the sideline. So the game's going on, and if you can imagine it, some of you picturing it, the old Giant Stadium that's off the Jersey Turnpike, it was a big bowl, bad, hard AstroTurf field, and there was 77,000 empty seats there in practice. But the game's going on, and at one particular point in time, Bobby Arushi gets injured. So I'm told to warm up. So I'm thinking as I'm warming up that they're going to put Rildo back to the first team, and I would go to my normal position on the second team. But Gordon says, listen, just go ahead, jump in with the first team. So I'll never forget, it was a goal kick, and the goalkeeper for the Cosmos at that time was Shep Messing. So Shep Messing gets the ball, and the goal kick plays it to the top of the box to Franz Beckenbauer. Franz Beckenbauer gets the ball, plays it out to Tom Lang. Tom Lang gets the ball, gives it right back to Franz Beckenbauer. He kind of looks at me and he dribbles up the field a little bit more and plays the ball back to me, the left back position. So as this ball's coming in, I'm looking up and I can see the frame, I can see them getting closed down. And as the ball comes across, I hit the best ball of my life with my right foot, where I drove it 35, 40 yards down the field to Pelé, making a run in the channel, and the ball drops right over his head onto his foot. He drives forward with it, looks up, crosses the ball into the box. Giorgio Canaglia comes in, back in the net, goal. So that sequence of events went Messing to Beckenbauer to Lang to Beckenbauer to Lang to Pelé to Canaglia. Not the greatest moment of my soccer career. Now I'm feeling pretty good about myself. The game's going on, and I start inventing the new overlapping fullback at that time, and I'm running forward and I'm getting into the attack, and the ball comes in, and I collect the ball, and as I get it, I take a touch inside, and as I take a touch inside, I look up and I can see the frame of the goal, and I just go ready to smack this ball and put it in the back of the net, and I hit it as hard as I could, and I shanked the ball off to the side towards the corner flag, out for a goal kick. So now I'm mortified. So I'm jogging back, and as I'm jogging back, I feel this tap on my shoulder, and it's Pelé. And he says, Tommy, it's okay, just relax. And I'm jogging back thinking, oh my God, he knows my name. The greatest moment of my soccer career. Until tonight. Thank you very much.